Alright, these are X-18 front and rear calipers. Well, I needed more braking power, so I decided, and I took them apart to maintain them and clean them up. So I figured, I wanted to play around with it and see if I can get more performance out of these. So I took them apart, polished the pistons and everything else. Well, these are a different set. Obviously, you can tell this is broke, but I did it. So what I did was I have a 1/8 bit and 332s on that one. Or let me see. Check that again. Yeah, 332. Okay. So what I did was, after looking at these, we have 4 pistons in the front, right? So and to get these pistons out, what I did was use compressed air and blow it into the passage, and eventually they pop out. So I just took these out. Of course, these are a spare set, just so I can show y'all. And what I did was, the openings of the stock ones are very, very narrow. Of course, I opened them up. Without damaging the outside, the O-ring was still sitting there, and get that in there. So that gets more fluid into it, and quicker. And I've done this to my brakes on my bike. I'm a pretty heavy person, so I weigh 280, and I can stop on a dime. And of course, this one here, I had to do this one with the 332 because I have to take the bleeder valve off and drill through there without messing up the thread for the bleeder valve. So 332 is the biggest you can go on that one without messing the thread up. And of course, you see the entrance there, a lot bigger. It does make a difference. Now for the rear, I went bigger for the rear. I went with the 1/8 in the rear. Of course, you see it. It goes in. The O-ring sits here in an angle, and there's the entrance there. The piston now. Before it was about the size of that 332, and the front actually narrower. Back to that one. Of course, the other half too. There it is, without damaging anything. Of course, and did the inside. I did that, and it adds braking powder to my bike. Also, I can stop a lot quicker, and I'm a heavier person, so I just, a little tip. Now, if you decide to do this, I'm not liable if you mess your calipers up. You're doing this at your own risk. So I just thought I'd share this info with y'all. There's no aftermarket brakes, unless you modify something to fit. Well, I figured this is something you can do the stock, with the stock calipers, and make them work a lot better. Well, from what I've heard, you can actually get better brake pads for these. From if I've read before somewhere, EBC, I think, might have these type of brake pads for these bikes, and a better material. They last longer. All right, that's it.